extra money to try to manage this as a project-specific funding, that we can create a budget for just a project?
Well, it goes into the departmental budget, it's not really a project budget. We can manage it.
I mean, I would, again, suggest, we look, maybe just pass a resolution that if we can find, at the max, $5,000 in our budget this year, that we try to sign a contract with them. If we can only get 4 or 3, then maybe we should still go for it. Again, I think spread over 3 budgets, it really won't be too painful. And again, I think they're money savings from us trying to do it by ourselves. Just somebody scanning it, never mind going through each chapter, each law, or each code, each policy. It would just be a huge effort. So I guess maybe while we go through this, if it's okay, I'll draw up a resolution. We can write a resolution tonight, and I'll ask Isla to see if she can find some funding in the budget. If it doesn't, then we don't do it. I'm critically aware of the budget, and again, if it's going to be too close, then we don't do it. Okay. Anything else, Lou? Sorry, I know a couple things there. All right, let's open it up for public comment. Sorry. Thanks for your patience.
Nora Miller, Skyline Drive. Budgets. During a town board budget discussion last month, Mr. Edwards appeared to be very upset that the budget for deputy town clerk had been reduced. I will paraphrase what I believe he said from memory. It is irresponsible for the board to pass this budget. It is poor management. If the cuts were even in all departments, I would approve. He suggested that the assessor's department was not cut. As a management consultant, I would have to disagree with this statement. This is often the way government operates, but the budget should be looked at by each department to determine if specific budgets are proper for the work that must be done. Because Mr. Edwards suggested that the assessor's budget had not been reduced equally, I compared salaries, not budget, salaries in the Princetown budget between assessors, court clerks, and deputy town clerk. I was able to go back 7 years in some and only 6 in others. The assessor's salary in 2005 was $20,055. It grew at a pace of about 3% until 2010 and has been flat since then. The increase over 7 years was 12%. The deputy assessor's salary in 2005 was $13,591, and in 2011 was $16,881 for an increase of 19% over 7 years. The court clerk position previously held by Michelle Van Wert was paid $12,025 in 2006, and by 2011 it had increased to $26,677. This was a 55% increase over 6 years. The second court clerk was paid $15,673 in 2006, and in 2011 it was $20,151, or a 22% increase. The deputy clerk position was paid $1,495 in 2005, and in 2011 the town paid $12,362, which was an 88% increase. I should point out that in 2009, this position peaked out at $15,360 and was only budgeted for $13,000. The following year, the budget line increased to $16,000. If we use Mr. Edwards' suggested way of management, how could it be fair to reduce all departments by an even percent? We have some departments that have been increased by 55 to 88%, Two others have really increased 12 and 19%. I assume the workload must have increased substantially to town clerk's department. I checked the report that the town clerk gave this fall outlining the hours for her department. I took the hours she performed for various duties and put them on a spreadsheet to make it easier to compare with reports the town clerk must file with the New York State Controller's Office. When I added the hours up, and the report is here somewhere, when I added the hours up, the total was 2,007 for the year. When I read the town clerk's detailed report stating the hours it took for each specific duty, the numbers didn't add up. As an example, after the deputy clerk's hours were subtracted and the time the town clerk says she spends at other meetings, there were about 300 hours work that exceed the hours that the town hall is open. I looked more closely at the report for specific duties and was surprised to read that she reported issuing 477 dog licenses at an average of 20 minutes each. The town clerk report each year to the state controller lists the highest number of licenses sold was 328 in 2007. From 2005 to 2011, the average report to the state is 297. With the new software created, it took less than 5 minutes at the town clerk training I took last January. While 20 minutes may be spent, perhaps chatting may use up the additional time. With such a large discrepancy, it makes me wonder if the entire report is genuine. Another factor not included in the report is the number of vacation days or the number of sick days. There are other activities at the town hall, such, I don't know if they still go on, but there used to be luncheons for troopers on Thursdays that were not reported. I don't think the budget is right, but it would be difficult to make all corrections in 1 year. I believe some employees still need raises, and other departments are still way over budget. It should be noted that the previous town clerk did dirty the work herself and used deputies to help out in January during tax season, or when sick or on vacation. The current town clerk reduced her part-time hours by 3 hours each week soon after being elected to her office. On another matter, it was disclosed during the budget discussion that the town judge stores funds she collects with the court at her home. This is very concerning since the court collected nearly $500,000 in 2011. In my opinion, this does not meet the guidelines for the State of New York Unified Court System Cash Control Guidelines. We have a vault located next door to the court clerk's office, and all funds for the court and all other departments should be stored there until deposited in the bank. Since I was never given a book with town codes or resolutions or law, I couldn't research our town policy. I would suggest that the town board take immediate action to stop this practice. A resolution should be made to ensure that all public funds must be stored in the town vault until deposited in the bank and not in the elected officials' private home.
Thank you. Additional comments from the floor? And the public? No? All right, we'll close the public comment at 8 o'clock. All right, let's move into the minutes. There's approval. So a resolution that the town board meetings from the November 15th, 2012 be accepted or rejected.
Motion to be accepted.
All in favor?
Aye.
Joe?
Yes.
Ms. Edwards? Come on.
I'm sorry.
All right, Yes. Do I have a motion town board meeting minutes from the November 11th town board meeting be accepted or rejected? Do I have a motion
I'll make the motion.
to accept?
Second.
All in favor, so we have Lou first, Bob second, all in favor?
Aye.
So 4 ayes, 1 abstain. Minutes approval. The town board meeting minutes from the October 23rd, 2012 be accepted or rejected.
I'll make a motion if they're rejected.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Bob?
I'm trying to remember, there was one of those meetings I wasn't here, so I wasn't sure if that was the one or not, but I would have to, I guess, abstain.
You were here.
Was that? Okay, then I will put the vote as aye.
Okay. Lou? Who's second? Mr. Edwards?
I'll abstain.
And aye for me. Meeting minutes rejected. Any minutes approval? The town board meeting minutes from the October 9th be accepted or rejected.
Make a motion if they're rejected.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Yes.
Aye.
And aye. Passed. Meeting minutes approval, town board meeting minutes from July 10th be accepted or rejected.
Make a motion if they're rejected.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Yes. Mr. Edwards?
I'll abstain. By the right agenda, but.
And I agree. So 4 ayes, 1 abstain. Town board video approval. The town board approves the video audio tape recording of December 11th, 2012 town board meeting upon review of the town supervisor or his delegate.
So moved.
Do you have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Yes.
Aye.
And aye, 5 ayes. That should be $1 in a bucket.
Not mine.
Town board digital recordings. We have a resolution that the Princetown Town Board hereby requests that the town clerk send to the supervisor and each member of the town board via town email all digital recorded sessions of the town board meetings, including town budget, agenda, and any special meetings from August through the end of November 2012 by close of business Friday, December 14th. Do I have a motion?
Let me understand, this is to send the digital recording, the WAV file of the proceeding?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, I'll make it.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Joe?
Yes.
Lou? Todd?
No. Town board doesn't have a file.
So 4 ayes, 1 no, 1 nay. New business. Before we get down to, did everybody get a chance to sign the abstracts? We're all good? All right. Todd, we get a chance to sign with the General fund claims. Go to resolution, the town board approves the claims 285 to 334 in the amount of $43,848.26.
So moved.
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Yes, for me.
Mr. Myers?
Yes.
Please. Todd Edwards?
Aye.
And myself is an aye, 5 ayes. Just for the audience, I did pass out a copy of the abstract, so it's, if you want to see the bills, it's great, we can do that for you, but again, you can look at, some of the bills we've been paying here for this month. It's a pretty steep month. Okay. General fund transfers. The town board approves the following transfers. From the contingency account number 19904, and in the amount of $24 to account number 35104, dog control supplies, reasons under budgeted. From the contingency account 19904 for account of $300 to the general fund number 35124, dog control contract, again, reasons under budgeted. From contingency account 19904, in the amount of $355 to the planning board supplies in the amount of, or the account number 80244, again, reasons unbudgeted, under budgeted. And finally, from the town clerk contract, account number 14124, in the amount of $286 to the town clerk supply line, account number 14104, again under budget, for a total of $965 transferred. Do I have a motion?
I'll make it.
Second.
All right, Mr. Edwards?
Abstain.
Mr. Esposito?
Yeah.
Mr. Jazinski?
Yes.
Mr. Myers?
Yes.
And yes for myself. 4 ayes and 1 abstain.
Sorry about that, Mike.
$2. Water fund claims. The town board approves claims 116 through 127 in the amount of $7,043.90. Again, folks, I did make copies so you can see what the payments are, if so interested. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Edwards? Yes. Mr. Esposito?
Yes.
Mr. Jazinski?
Yes.
Mr. Myers?
Yes.
Mr. Joyce, yes. 5 ayes, motion passed. Town board meeting video contract approval for, it's actually should be 12, 12/11/2012. That Supervisor Joyce review and sign the video professional services contract between Amy Goodrich and the town of Princetown for the video recordings of December 11, 2012 town board meeting, scratch out agenda, for the total of $70. Do I have a motion?
I'll make it.
Second.
Bob, second. Mr. Edwards?
Yes.
Mr. Esposito? Mr. Jazinski?
Yes.
Mr. Myers?
Yes.
And Mr. Joyce, yes. 5 ayes, motion passed. Highway claim. The town board approved claim number 5 in the amount of $154.26 for road work on Weast Road. It's trimming bushes, I think you guys read it.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Edwards?
Yes.
Mr. Esposito? Mr. Jazinski?
Yes.
Mr. Myers?
Yes.
Mr. Joyce, yes. Motion passed, 5 ayes. highway transfer. We have a motion that the town board approve the transfers, $154.26 from account number 51424 to the interfund transfer highway fund account 990191. Do I have a motion?
I'll make it.
Second.
Mr. Edwards?
Yes.
Mr. Esposito? Mr. Kaczynski?
Yes.
Mr. Myers?
Yes.
And Mr. Joyce, yes. Motion passes 5-8. Election expenses. So just for, yeah. County's doing good work. So just for the rest of the audience, so the county is charged us with $26,000 in,
How did they come up with that figure?
There's actually a provision in the election law that states that the counties get to take the full amount of the election expense each year and divide it by a formula among several towns in the city. Election, so the municipalities within the county. Now, I don't know exactly if it's based on population.
It's based on population?
Right, yeah, because now towns, Glenville has the largest percentage share.
So for a town of 2,200 people, it's $26,000.
If you look historically, the amounts have increased dramatically over the past, about 6 years.
since the county took it over.
Well, yeah, actually, it didn't happen to coincide with that, but also in the, you know, in the interim, you had the Help America Vote Act, and so you had to have the acquisition of all these new voting machines, and then because you had new voting machines, you had to have specific places to store the voting machines. They have to be stored in climate-controlled facilities as opposed to the old machines that could be stored anywhere. And typically kept in, you know, broom closets in the schools and municipal places. And then they had to hire additional people at the Board of Elections that were supposed to train people and program the machines, and so the whole operation has expanded quite a bit.
For historical purposes, we used to spend about $6,000 a year, so we took care of it ourselves. Government.
I mean, it was 1.5 or 1.6 million dollars for the whole county. I mean, that seems like a disgusting amount of money just to conduct an election.
Well, of course, this year we had 4, because we had the presidential primary, the congressional primary, and the state primary, and the
All right. Do I have a motion the town board directs the Connecticut County Finance Department to levy the county election expense on the 2013 Princetown